Frustration. It is one emotion that one of us might have gone through, or you will go through it at some point in your life, because you are living in this world. Someone will definitely frustrate you. The question is, what do you do? What can you do? Is there something that you can do about it? Guess what? This video is going to talk about how you could help yourself move from a frustrated situation, or identify things that will be frustrating you, and then all the way to a part whereby you are not as frustrated as the original situation. Before I get into it, I just want to introduce myself to those that are watching these videos for the very first time. My name is Gwyneth, and I share daily videos that talk about one strategy that you could adopt in your life for success. But when I'm talking about these strategies, I'm talking about habits, and these habits, if you want to adopt them, it's entirely up to you. But anyway, back to that frustrated situation. Now let's try and understand what could have caused that frustration. Usually things are not going your way. Yeah? I'm trying something, it's just not working. I'm trying, it's just not working. I'm getting frustrated. You're missing a vital point there. Either there is some lack of knowledge that most of you need to go and educate yourself, or try and acquire that particular knowledge. And when you're acquiring that knowledge in order to push through the situation or something that you're trying to go through, you are left with a range of choices. I'm talking about, you can either educate yourself by speaking to those who've gone through that situation, tapping into a support network system. Who's around you, who's gone through this situation that you're going through, that it's just frustrating you. Speak to them. They've gone through this situation. How did they overcome it? They will most probably tell you all the tools, all the strategies, and even identify the area where you are not managing to access, or the area that you are missing. And then guess what? Once you apply it to that situation, then moves. How about you're in a situation, you're trying to communicate to someone something, and say, okay, this is what I want as a result, and the other person's like, no, this is what you want as a result. I'm like, no, I'm not, this is not what I want, this is, and the other person says, no, this is what you want. Clearly in that situation there is miscommunication. You're communicating one thing, the other person is communicating another thing. Being frustrated, it is part of life. It is one of those emotions that we're going to go through, like hunger. You will feel hunger when you're hungry. You're going to feel thirsty when you're thirsty. What matters is what you do. Your response or your actions are your responsibility, because you are in charge of yourself. Now let's look at a situation whereby you're being passed from pillar to post. It's happened before. You want something, someone doesn't want to deal with you, so they go to so and so, and then so is like, go to so and so, I guess. But the person that's been passed from pillar to post will definitely get frustrated. Not only is it a waste of time, resources, energies, effort, it's frustrating. So if you're the person who's frustrated because of a situation or someone, what you need to do is to take a step back. Once you've taken a step back, what I mean is, like, don't keep pushing. You could push if you want, but the more you push, the more frustrated you're going to get. So take a step back, breathe, count to 10, do whatever it is that you need to do. Move away from that particular situation for a few moments. Once you've moved away from the few moments, it gives you the opportunity to think, what is going on? Literally ask yourself that question. What is going on? What am I trying to achieve? Who can help me? Am I asking the right questions? What seems to be a mismatch here? Now, this is me talking about to the person who is frustrated. Now to the person who is mostly trying to say something to a person who's not getting it, you might show a little bit of concern and a little bit of empathy. Try and put yourself in their shoes. Okay, this person is trying to say this. Sometimes in life, people might say something, but they're communicating something different. So that's another skill that people need to acquire, to understand what is being communicated, because sometimes words and actions and communications may not be matching. So that's, as I said, it's a different skill altogether. However, going back to the person who is in a situation whereby they're trying to relay a certain message, but the other person is not getting it for whatever reason. And sometimes people don't get messages, or they don't get messages because of their state of mind, of their state of being. Depends what they've just gone through. Maybe they've lost someone, they're trying to accomplish something, and they're just driven the focus, and the message that you're communicating is just not landing. So the best thing to do is to show some concern for those that you're communicating. And for those that are frustrated as well, it's just to take a step back and then ask yourself the necessary questions. What's going on? What am I missing? How come they're not understanding me? Is there anyone else that could help me? And remember, you've got loads of people that you can tap into. There's support network that you've got. You've got your parents, you have got friends, you've got your families. Talk, communicate, open your mouth and communicate. And the best way to actually help yourselves in that frustrated situation is really talk to each other. You know what? I'm getting frustrated because you state the reason why you're getting frustrated. It could either come from the person who's trying to relay the message. You know what? I'm getting frustrated because I'm trying to communicate this, and that to you, and I feel or I see that you're not getting it. If the other person is frustrated because you're not getting the message, they say, okay, I am getting frustrated because I am asking you this particular thing, but you are telling me this, meaning that the results I have in my mind, or the results I'd like to have, will not happen because this is what you are saying to me and it's not matching. Once you have calmly, which is the most important thing, calmly communicated with each other to say that this particular aspect is frustrating me, then in that situation you will definitely find a solution. Just to sum it up, frustration is actually part of the emotions that we'll go through as human beings. Like any other emotions, hunger, tiredness, sleepiness, you will go through that. Frustration will be one of those. The important thing to remember is how you respond. How you respond to that situation is very important. Whether it's the person who's trying to relay the message across to one person is very important. It means that you need to show concern to the person who's not getting, or the person who's actually receiving the information, that whatever information that you're receiving is frustrating you, it's actually not going to give you the results or the outcome that you would like. So therefore, this video hasn't got acronyms today. However, I would just sum it up and say, just show concern for others, meaning both parties, because both of you are in that particular situation, or whatever situation that you find yourself in, because I was just focusing on being frustrated with other people. That's it for my show today. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone that showed some love and supporting me in posting these daily videos. I hope you find today's video very helpful. If you do, replay it and watch it whenever you want to, and pick out the elements that are applicable to you. And if you can think of anyone that might be going through a situation where they're getting frustrated and you feel or you think that they might benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And for those that are watching this video for the very first time, and those that haven't subscribed, feel free as well to subscribe as well, so that you do not miss out on these daily videos as I share them with you. Up until you see me in tomorrow's video, I'd like to say to you, good night.